What's going on, guys? And we are back, and in this video we're going to be talking about this industrial endoscope, and we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. Alright, we're going to start off with the snake of the device. Now this snake is waterproof, so yes, you will be able to go into some pipes that may have some water in it, so you'll be able to see, or down certain areas. Now this is 9 foot long, maybe a little bit longer, I think 9.5. Now this is going to go pretty far, pretty down, so you can get deep down inside of pipes, deep down inside your engine block, or any place of that matter that you need to get down. Now this device does have a 5 megapixel camera, so you're going to get a decent picture. Now it's not like your iPhones or anything like that, but getting in those areas, you're going to get a good picture with that 5 megapixel. Now on the front of it, it also does have a light. Now this light has 3 different settings, so you can go from a very light to very low depending on the darkness and the place that you're in. It might be darker down the pipe than it is in your engine block, so you might need to kick up the light a little bit. This comes with a couple different attachments here. It comes with a hook right here that you might be able to see. Now this is good for going down your pipes or your engine blocks, or any really place that you would use this right here, this device for. Those are like the main areas that it'd be used, so you'll be able to grab a key ring, you'll be able to grab anything like that kind of nature, maybe your wedding ring or something like that that you drop. You'll be able to see it and hook it. Now the other ones we have on here has a mirror, so you can kind of see around the corner or that nature, but it's kind of really hard to show on camera. The other one has a magnet, so you can go ahead, you drop that bolt down your engine block that you really need. You can kind of go ahead and use the camera and use the handheld device to guide you through there to pick up that bolt or anything like that, maybe down the kitchen sink or in the drain, anything of that nature, or just down any kind of hole. Now that also records. Now it records in HD, so that's going to go ahead and give you a great video to go ahead and see. And you can also play that back on the device or play it back on your computer or something like that, so if you need to see it further on. Now we're going to go ahead and move over to the device. Now the handheld device right here, we'll start on the back. It houses the battery right here, which is a 3500 milliamp battery, so it's going to last you all day. It's going to last you a long time, more than what your job that you're going to need it for, most likely. And it only takes about 3 to 4 hours to charge, so it's real quick. You just throw it on the charger for a little bit while you're done. It has a nice little handle grip here, so you can hold it one hand. It's pretty comfortable about that. We also have a reset button down at the bottom, just in case it freezes up or anything gets stuck and you want to go ahead and reset it, which makes it pretty nice. Now moving on to the top right here, it does have a light, as you can see there. Maybe you're working in the dark, or you're working somewhere where the light is not as efficient. Now this device is not waterproof like the snake, but it can take a splash or two, but you're going to want to go ahead and wipe that off right away so it does not damage the equipment in this. Now it also has the connector right here for the snake, which is pretty simple to line up. It goes right on, no problem. You won't have no trouble. If we move around to the bottom here, it does house a micro SD card that actually this one came with a 16 megabyte or gigabyte SD card, which is pretty nice. I didn't have to buy one. And it also has the slot, the micro USB to charge the device, and also you can run that from here to your computer to pull the videos or images off the device. Or you could take that SD card out, micro SD card, and put it in your computer if you have the adapter. Now it does have this little ring here that you could put a bracelet on to hold it on around here so you don't drop it, it don't fall. It does not come with one. That'd have been nice if it's in the box, but oh well, it's not a biggie. Now moving on, you got your power button down at the bottom. It's going to go ahead and turn it on and off, which is pretty simple. And this, just has labeled. It's by AnyKit, so we know who makes it. Yay! But up top here, we do have that light button that goes ahead and turns on the light. on our snake, and then like I said, you can press it 3 times and it has 3 different settings, and it's going to go ahead and light up 3 different sources, 3 different. But up top here you also have the snap button right below it, and that snap button also takes the pictures and it stops and starts the recording of the video. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty big, pretty hard to miss if you're pressing it. Now they have an OK button, so you use it inside the menu when you're inside the settings and stuff like that, or you want to go ahead and play back the video on this, or it does freeze the screen. So maybe if you're down a hole and you see something, you need to forget to snap the picture or you miss it, you can go ahead and hit that OK button and it will freeze it. Now below that you have the up and down arrow, and that's going to go ahead and cycle you through your menu. It's your selection and stuff like that, pretty much what it is. And I also found it to be able to turn the camera, so if you put it down the hole and your camera's upside down or flipped, you can go ahead and hit that and it'll flip it, so that helps out a lot. It's a big feature that I like the most right there. Now down here we have the M, and the M is pretty much just your selector to change different modes. So go ahead and change from your camera to, well, they're all cameras, but go ahead and change from taking a photo to recording, which is pretty nice. And it'll also change to playback, so you can go ahead and watch the videos or the photos right here on the device. The next button is just your wheel. It's your freaking, the next part right here is just your settings right here. It's pretty basic settings, not too much to change. You know, it would have been nice if there were some other settings on the camera that we could change for recording and stuff like that. Maybe shoot it down for like 720 to get a, you know, a better picture in different scenarios, or maybe even a manual settings that we can go ahead and, you know, change our ISO and stuff like that, kind of like we would do on a camera. But you know, we can't ask for it. Now this device runs about $259 on Amazon. I've seen other cameras for other different prices. I just figured this one had the best features and what it had for it for the price compared to some of the others. Now, you know, it might be different for you, but this is how it was for me. I really like this device. I've used it a few times now. I played with it a lot more actually. You know, working on the car I used it, or down in the sink, something like that, because we did have a clog and I was trying to figure out what it was.